What up, guys? It's your boy, at Matt That's Who, back at it with another video. And I normally don't drink, but when I do, it's got to be a Blue Moon. I know that's incredibly random. Only beer I like. I don't know. I'm not a really big beer drinker, but anyways, shout out to Ace here. The dog's here with me. There he is. He's over there standing by Rimuru Tempest. Anyways, I'm here to talk about some games that I'm excited about from E3. But before I get to that, I want to just go over a couple games that I've gotten here recently that I'm either interested in playing or excited to have. Anyways, today I went to the game store. I actually bought a Wii too, which is crazy. Got it for like $30, which is a good price considering the prices of Wii's on eBay and stuff. So I'm going to be getting a couple games for that, playing GameCube games on it and stuff. So yeah. But I also got this, Persona Q2. And if you know me, you know I love Persona. And this is like the last 3DS game that came out. It just came out. I saw it in the store, and I was having a hard time finding it in any store. And I saw it, and I had to get it. So that was great. Another game I recently got, Pokemon Heart Gold Inbox. Hyped about having this. Probably one of my top 10 games of all time because it's my favorite Pokemon game. Gotta have it. Great game. Just beat the story to this, and I'm going to go and play more of it. Pokemon Ultra Moon. I will say, I think I like this better than when I played Sun originally. So there's that. I'm looking forward to kind of going back and catching more legendaries. Looking forward to playing this game as well. Fire Emblem Awakening. I want to see how I like the Fire Emblem games and see if I would be even interested in getting Three Houses. I heard that's a really good jumping point, Awakening is, so I'm looking forward to checking that out. And I just started playing this game, Octopath Traveler, and I normally don't like these 8-bit, it's not really 8-bit, but because it has a little bit more to it, but I don't really like the normal kind of art style of these kind of RPGs, but man, I'm telling you, this game is really fun. I've only played 2.5 hours maybe, but it's really fun. I'm having a blast playing it. So good. Anyways, now that we're done with that, let's get on to talking about some games I'm looking forward to at E3. Really quickly, I'm going to go over things that the conferences that didn't really matter to me. I did watch the Microsoft press conference. I don't own a Microsoft console, so it is what it is. I was kind of interested to see what they're going to talk about. They didn't say much about it. They did say Halo's coming to it, which is a good... I mean, it makes sense to have Halo come out with your new Xbox console, so there is that. They also showed off a lot of multi-platform games. I'm excited about Phantasy Star Online 2. I'm excited to try that out. Never played an MMORPG in my life, but I heard it's going to come to the Switch and PS4 most likely, so fingers crossed that does happen, so I want to try that out. Probably won't get into it because I can't commit that kind of time into any sort of game, but I'm looking forward to checking that out. Tales of Arise is another multi-platform game, Tales of game that was shown off. Looks beautiful, and I need to go watch more gameplay of it, but if there is more gameplay of it out there, but it just looks so good. I mean, give me an anime aesthetic in a game that just looks that good, and I mean, you got me hooked. It's just that easy. It's game over for me. I mean, I can't help it. It's just like my comfort food. I don't know. Another game shown off. Yeah, this was shown off during the one. Dragon Ball Z, Kakarot. I don't know if I'll play this one. I like Dragon Ball Z, but my main gripe with it is I'm tired of seeing the same story over and over again. We all know what happens. I just don't know. Just make something based off Super. I haven't even watched Super. I needed to get around to doing that eventually at some point, but there's so many other things for me to do. But I need to do that. I need to watch that. But I don't know. Just do something different is what I'm kind of asking, I guess. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it won't be. I don't know. The other press conferences that didn't really matter much to me. EA, they had the Star Wars game. The Star Wars game looks pretty good. It'd probably be about like I'll wait till it gets to $20-$25 range for me to possibly buy it and check it out. But EA, they just showed their sports titles, showed off some Sims DLC or something like that. I'm just not really interested in playing sports games anymore. They're the same thing every year. It's whatever. And besides that, the other ones, I mean, Bethesda, their press conference was really boring. Showed a lot of mobile games. The crowd was very interesting, but I'm sure they were paid actors because there's no way someone could get so hyped over all these mobile games they're showing off. I mean, it was ridiculous. I mean, what are you here for? You're here at E3. You need to appease to the fans, and the fans are there for big games. Like, they didn't even show off their new Elder Scrolls game or that other game. The name escapes me right now, but it is what it is, I guess. And Ubisoft, they're releasing Just Dance for the Wii. And I have a Wii now, so maybe I could buy it. No, I'm good. I'm good on that. I really don't care about... Well, Watch Dogs Legion. I take that back. Watch Dogs Legion does look good. I'm interested in that game, actually. Played the first Watch Dogs. Didn't really like it. I need to play Watch Dogs 2 because I heard that one's better. And I might get around to buying that eventually, but I'm kind of looking forward to see what Watch Dogs Legion is all about. So I might try that one out for a good price. Then we got Square Enix's conference, and Square Enix brought the heat out. They started off with a bunch on Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I'm really excited about that game. That's a day one buy for me. I don't really buy a lot of games day one because I try to wait for them to be cheaper. But if I'm really hyped for a game, I will buy it day one, and that is definitely day one buy. It looks so good. I've heard so many good things about it. The only thing that kind of makes me skeptical is this episodic factor. How many games are they going to release? 1, 2, 3? I know it's more than one. So is it going to be 2 or 3? I hope I don't have to end up spending $180 to have the full Final Fantasy VII set. But I guess it could end up being like that. If I had to guess, it'd probably be 3 games. You also had The Last Remnant getting a surprise drop. I'm not really interested in that one. Onaniki. I probably butchered that name, but it looks interesting. I might give that one a shot. Kingdom Hearts 3 is getting DLC. Remind is the name of it. You get to play as Roxas, dual wielding Keyblades. Again, I love it so much. One of my favorite things in Kingdom Hearts 2, dual wielding Keyblades. One of my favorite moments in Kingdom Hearts 2 is when you played as Roxas with a dual wielding Keyblades against Axel. So I am really excited for that DLC to play that. And I hope it gives a little bit more insight to the story because, you know me, I'm a huge Kingdom Hearts fan. So there's that. Final Fantasy VIII got the remaster announced for PS4, Switch, Xbox, PC. It's coming on all platforms later this year. I know some fans of that game are really going to be really excited. I just bought Final Fantasy VII remaster on my Switch, and I've been playing that a little bit here and there. So I don't know. I might give Final Fantasy VIII a shot and just wait for the 7 remake to come out for me to try that out. So there's that. And then lastly, they went with the Avengers, and according to this list, that's coming out May 15th, 2020. I did not know that until I saw that. So that's quite a ways away. Almost less than a year away, but still quite a ways away. I don't know how I feel about this Avengers game. I'll have to see more about it as it goes and more gameplay. And I know the positives is they're releasing free DLC. So any other new character that comes, you don't have to pay extra for. Any other missions or map or whatever is going to be added, it's all going to be free, which is great. All for that. Amazing. I just hope the game turns out good. I'm really hoping that game turns out good. But Square Enix, they brought some good games, some good JRPGs that satisfied my itch for that. And yeah. Now we move on to the Nintendo Direct, and Nintendo, they blew it out of the water, and I swear I'm going to sound like a fanboy talking about this whole Direct, but it was so good. So much good stuff here. They first started off with a Smash reveal, which is a great way to start things off. I know a lot of people were disappointed, but started off with the hero from Dragon Quest XI. It later showed that you can play as the hero from Dragon Quest VIII as alternate costumes to the character and other Dragon Quest heroes. I'm not hugely versed in Dragon Quest. I know 11 and 8. I need to get 8. I've been playing some of 11 here and there, and I really like the game. Beautiful game. It's also coming out on Switch in September, so if you want to play that on the go, I would highly recommend the game. Like I said, I've played probably 15 hours of it. Not a lot considering how long that game is, but the game just looks really good. It's a great JRPG. Couldn't recommend. I mean, it's really good. Just gonna leave it at that. Next, we had Luigi's Mansion 3 get announced. Looking forward to this. I remember playing Luigi's Mansion 1 on the GameCube. Really great game. Fond memories of it. And the gameplay looks really good, pretty good, I will say. So I'm looking forward to checking out Luigi's Mansion 3 when that comes out. Link's Awakening. Never played the original, and this game looks pretty interesting, I will say. I don't know when I will get it, but I'll probably give it a shot eventually. Then they talked briefly about Fire Emblem Three Houses since it's coming out next month. Like I said, depending on how much I like Fire Emblem Awakening, if I really like the series or not, I'll buy the game and check it out. And I like the tactical strategy aspect of Fire Emblem, so I think I'm going to enjoy it. And then they announced The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt coming to Switch, which is crazy. I haven't played The Witcher 3 myself. I want to buy like the complete package on the PS4 because I know it's going to perform a lot better on the PS4 than the Switch version. But if you want The Witcher 3 on the go, and it's coming with all the DLC and everything, which is crazy, just on that little cart, it's going to be all there, and you can just take it on the go and play The Witcher 3, which is fantastic. I love all this third-party support coming to the Switch. Then one of the best announcements of E3 for me, No More Heroes 3 getting announced. One of the main reasons I bought a Wii for $30 is so that way I can go back and play No More Heroes 1. I've never played No More Heroes 2, but No More Heroes 1, loved it. Probably one of my favorite games on that console. Such a good game. It just appeals to me. It's so good. Highly recommend playing No More Heroes. And I'm glad that they're coming out with an actual No More Heroes 3. I didn't play the other one that came to Switch with all the mini indie game influences. But I'm looking forward to this. I was hyped. Now next is they teased a little bit more about Pokemon Sword and Shield. They showed off new Pokemon in the Treehouse Live and the game demos that people got to play. Unfortunately, not all Pokemon are going to be compatible with this game, which sucks. I could rant on that for 20 minutes, but I'm not going to do that. I'm still really looking forward to these games because up until I heard that, I was just all positive about the games. I'm still going to be day one buy because you know me, I just love Pokemon, so got to get it. Then they talked about more about their games, Daemon X Machina. I need to go play that demo. I downloaded it, didn't really touch it. I don't know. I've never really played mech games, but the other one, Astral Chain, made by Platinum Games, that's probably going to be something I'm going to have to check out close to release. I don't know. I might get it just a little bit cheaper, but I'm excited for that game. That game looks really good. Then they announced the release date for Animal Crossing, gave it a title, New Horizons. I've never played an Animal Crossing game. I want to get the 3DS game, kind of like how I'm doing Fire Emblem, and check it out and see if I like it, and then go into it from there. Because people love this series, and I want to get into it because I just love how people talk about it all the time. And so I might have to check that out. Ultimate Alliance 3 was shown off a little bit. I don't know what else much to say about that. It's cool that they're getting Ultimate Alliance. I remember playing it on the Wii back in the day. Didn't play it a lot, but I enjoy playing as like all the Marvel characters, and it's really cool that you're going to be able to do that on the Switch. They announced the Ni no Kuni 1 remake is coming. I know it's going to be remastered for the PS4, so that might be the edition I buy. I already have Ni no Kuni 2 for the PS4, so I'm probably going to wait on playing that game and play the first one first and then play the second one. Makes a lot more sense to me, but I'm looking forward to playing Ni no Kuni 1. And I think that's about it for most of it, besides the two things that happened at the very end. You had Banjo-Kazooie getting announced. Now, I've never really played the Banjo-Kazooie games. They weren't really in my childhood. The rare game that I played the most on the N64 was Donkey Kong 64 because it came with my console that I had. It had the Jungle Green and N64. But I'm really excited for fans that they got their character that they wanted because people have been begging for Banjo-Kazooie to be in Smash for quite a while now. I already had my moment when Joker got announced for Smash. So it's good to see all these other people having their moment. And I'm pretty excited to play as both The Hero and Banjo-Kazooie in Smash. I'm definitely going to try them out. And I mean, I bought the pass, so I don't really have much of a other option there. So I'm definitely going to check them out. Lastly, the biggest announcement at E3 for me, easily the most important one and the biggest one, the one that got me most hyped, was the announcement of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. The sequel is now in development. I don't know when it's coming out, but I am excited. That's one of my favorite games of all time. First game I really played on the Switch, well, that and Super Mario Odyssey. And I'm just so excited for that. Breath of the Wild was so good. And I'm just so excited to play Breath of the Wild 2. But anyways, I know I gushed a little bit too long over some of these games. So that's pretty much most of what I'm excited for at E3. What was announced at E3. So my wallet is going to be very sad because I added most of those games to my wish list. And it's quite the list of games, I must say. And I'm probably missing a couple. So RIP my wallet. It's going to be crying and sobbing tears of sadness because it's going to be empty. But that's okay because I'm going to be enjoying games. Anyways, it's been your boy, Matt Datsu, and I'm signing off. You guys have a good night.